So if you are doing any research, any project, research means research, to search again. It is already there. It's not that you are the one finding it. Understand the meaning of research. Is that clear?
Yes.
And whenever you're doing a research, you start with a question. Mahabharata also starts with a question. Bhagavad Gita starts with a question. Question is our tradition, and research question is a research question. Like, if I want to study the variety of species, you look there in the forest, the bird species in this forest. That is my aim to find out. So then what will be my question? What are the species of animals and birds, flora and fauna in this forest? That is, and it ends with a question. That's a research question. If I have to study oncoplastic breast surgery, cosmetic and oncological outcomes, which is the topic. So my question would be, what, how safe, how effective, you can use any adjective. So what is the cosmetic and oncological outcome when operating on a patient with breast cancer using oncoplastic breast surgery? Question. Hypothesis. Hypothesis for this forest. There are, I think, around 100 species of birds here and 15 to 20 species of mammals. So it's a hypothesis. I may be right, I may be wrong. So that's a hypothesis. Hypothesis for your thesis. You score and prompts. Now I'm putting my weight in the statement. The outcome is satisfactory. Because if you want to declare this to be the state of art management. That is hypothesis. Then comes aims. You got a research question. Now you need to find a method to answer that question. That is, these are called the methods. So my aim is to prove my research question right. So what is my aim? My aim is a broader umbrella. Aim and objective together is wrong. Aims first. My aims are, number one, to assess the oncological safety and cosmetic outcomes in patients undergoing surgery for breast cancer using breast oncoplasty. The aim abroad. Now the primary objective versus secondary objective. What is the primary objective? What is the secondary objective?
So primary objective is for which the research question was formulated, and secondary are the other findings which we may discover on along our journey.
Not completely wrong, because you're an intelligent student, so you could immediately decipher everything again. But you have revisited it. You understand the aim now, now you know what to do. It's common sense only. But the difference is that the reason why I'm telling you now is so that you remember it forever. And please do. That's why it is being recorded. Other students may also benefit. Each time I speak to a student, I want to get it recorded and put on, because many people don't know and they don't ask. They keep scoring in the NEET, but they won't get to know. That's not the right parameter. Theses have gone to the backyard, nobody bothers about them. Like you keep topics at the drop of a hat.
The primary objective is the one which can be quantified.
Really. Now, therefore, in my primary objective, I'll say what? To assess the oncological and cosmetic outcome in patients undergoing breast surgery using breast Q score and frozen section
Understood.
and proms or whatever. There you measure, like if you have to do for head injury, using Glasgow Coma Scale. If you're doing for peritonitis, Apache 2 score. You mention a quantifiable thing in primary objective. Everything else is a secondary objective. What will be my secondary objective? To assess the psychological and the overall quality of life parameters जो भी डालने हैं in patients undergoing surgery. That's a secondary objective. And methods are divided into what are you trying to achieve. It is very logical. Research is done in an organized way. ये नहीं कि एक thesis तो पकड़ा किसी तरह से complete किया तब करा के MS के exam में appear हुए आपको idea नहीं. That's not how you do that. And in materials and methods, it's the methods you use to achieve that aim. Suppose at the end of the methods, when you work at your, the analysis, and you find that your hypothesis was wrong, you should write this was found to be a wrong hypothesis. Even that is a very good thesis. होता क्या है कि mandatorily try to make it into a right hypothesis. We may say, because in rescue scoring, we are using 3 people.